Hi, I'm so glad to be back with you. I'm posting again, and I'm so excited to be posting. We're going to focus specifically on complex PTSD. And you may have noticed that I renamed the channel Complex PTSD Discovery of Depth. That's what's going to happen to you. Right? If you feel like you have complex PTSD, and I want you to know that's just a label, by the way, it leads to the discovery of your depth. You have depth in there that you didn't even know you had. And it's in there, and it's going to come out through this process, okay? So stay with me on this. I'm living proof, okay? And so are my clients. Today, I'm going to focus on the 4 healing stages for complex PTSD. This is through my experience. This is through what I've seen in other people, all right? This comes through a lifetime of experience. And I'm so excited to present it to you for the first time right here, right now on this channel. Stage number 1 is awareness. You start to know that your family of origin, it looks a little bit different than other people's families of origin. There's a different kind of dynamic, a different kind of resonance, a different quality in the conversation and the power of the language. You may notice that other families actually gather at the dinner table and they can have an intelligent discussion and agree to disagree. There are fewer power trips. There's more of an underlying acceptance. There's fewer control freaks at the table that are trying to hold dominion over you and your siblings. You may also become aware through friends. You just notice that some people really listen well. And you start to ask, what makes that person such a good listener? How can they take information in without the residue of judgment or without the residue of being offended by a comment? And you start to inquire about your friends' qualities and why you like them and how did that get developed. That's just 2 examples. But something wakes you up. And if you're in this awareness phase, good on you, because you have a fighting chance. You're not going to let this thing suck you down. It's going to bring you, you're going to rise to the top, honey, okay? You're going to rise to the top. And you're not going to live in ignorance anymore. You're not going to let this thing hold you down and suppress you. You're not going to be under the water anymore. When you have awareness, it's like you've gotten the gasp. You're above the water and you've breathed the fresh air. Okay, it keeps going. That's a good thing because from the awareness stage, it moves to stage 2. And stage 2 is understanding. Once you have awareness, you want to know, like, what were my family dynamics all about? What does a healthy family dynamic look like? How did my family conditioning affect me? Right? How did my cultural conditioning affect me? How did my spiritual conditioning affect me? You start to question. You start to become educated. You find the right people, the right teachers, therapists, videos, CDs, books. They're out there and you're drawn to them. And you just start educating yourself. And of course, after the education stage happens, guess what happens next? And some of you already know. It's the integration phase, integration stage. And this one can kind of get tricky because it's not always so pretty. You have things in there. Your little boy, your little girl hurts. The anxiety that you had in there, the fears that you had in there, they just want to come up so they can be cleaned out. It's like you're sweeping out your heart. So sometimes it hurts to sweep out the heart, doesn't it? Those little things that you held on to that seemed so safe when you were so young, that fear that was a coping mechanism when you were so young, well, it's not working so well when you get older. So it has to be swept out of the heart. And in this integration phase, those darker energies, those heavier energies, they want to be lifted, don't they? So sometimes it's hard to lift them because we're so attached to the way it was. But there's a whole new life waiting for us. And sometimes it's hard to step into that new life. So there's this dance back and forth. And you may even hear your little girl or your little boy voice saying, no, don't do that. I got to hate here. But the mature you is saying, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But there's these two voices that are going back and forth, and you're confused because the little hurt you, the little one is like, no, 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 no. And the mature you says, yes, 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 I'm safe now. So that dance between the voices back and forth, if you've had that, I want you to know that that's normal, okay? You're not going crazy. You're safe, it's normal, and it's part of the process during this integration stage, okay? And it can feel very painful at times, as I'm sure you already know, but it's part of healing. It's part of the journey of healing. And when this occurs, and when those two voices start to come to one voice, the little boy, the little girl, and the mature you start to come into union, and they'll dance into union, and they'll go back out again. There'll be a symphony, and then there'll be a cacophony. There'll be a symphony, and there'll be a cacophony. That's a good sign. It's a great sign. Because it's leading to the final stage, and that final stage is being. At last you get to be you. At last you get to weave the parts of yourself together that felt strewn about in your childhood. Felt like you were never going to recover them. They were everywhere. They get woven together, and you come to this state of wholeness at last. At last. So this journey of the label of complex PTSD inevitably turns you toward the discovery of your depth, the discovery of a deeper truth, the discovery of love, and the return to wholeness, the whole you, the pure little being that you always were and always have been. That sweet one. If you're interested in private sessions, please let me know. I work with clients from all over the world, and an important component of what I share with you and others is that faith is an important part of this journey. Not my faith, your faith, whatever that faith may be. But it's an important part of the journey, as is an understanding. So to recap the 4 stages: healing from complex PTSD awareness, understanding, integration, and finally being. Please subscribe, and if you have any suggestions for topics, please put them in the comments below and be in touch for those private sessions. I'll be posting again very soon. I can't stay away from you guys anymore. Okay, bye.